Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and today we're taking a look at another figure for the hashtag #HowISafari campaign. So Marvin, bring it out. Thank you, Marvin. So today, guys, we are going to be taking a look at this. It is the 2016 Safari Ltd Majiakasaurus. Once again, a big thank you to Safari Ltd for sending this figure out so we can make this video today. So without further ado, guys, let's start with the review. Before we start taking a closer look at the figure, here are a few quick facts about Majiakasaurus itself. Majiakasaurus napfleri means vicious lizard. It was a small theropod carnivore that lived in the Cretaceous period of what is now Madagascar. Majiakasaurus could grow up to about 6 feet long and is well known for the type species being named after famous musician Mark Knopfler, who my father is actually a big fan of. Perhaps the most striking feature of Majiakasaurus was the front teeth that pointed forward and out of the mouth. This would greatly aid the creature in the ability to catch small, fast-moving prey. Some studies show that Majiakasaurus used its long, thin teeth to catch fast-moving, slippery fish for food as well. So without further ado, guys, let's start taking a closer look at this ancient carnivore from Madagascar. Alright, so the first thing that really stands out to me when I look at this figure is the color scheme. When I look at this figure, I can almost imagine this creature in like a lush tropical forest using these green colors to blend into the undergrowth. I really like the color scheme they've gone for here, with the dark forest green going along the back here, transitioning into this almost muted olive lime green color across the body. And then of course you've got these lovely black stripes going down the body there. And interestingly enough, they brought in an orange color to the tip of the tail there, as you can see, which I didn't notice and I wasn't aware of until I had this figure in hand. Again, I absolutely love this color scheme that they've gone for here, and I like the transition from the green into the cream color along the belly. Here's a close look at that head sculpt there. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love how there's this brighter teal color around the eye there, and the eye is done in an orange color with some glossy black paint to give it a reflective look. You can also see the nostrils carved out on the front of the sculpt there, as well as the ears carved out on the back of the skull. You can see the teeth have been done really nicely as well, for this being such a small head sculpt. And the interior of the mouth has been sculpted and painted as well in a fleshy pink color. That looks really nice. The pose on this figure is done really nicely as well. It's very simple, but I like it a lot. It almost looks like the Majiakasaurus is overlooking some freshly killed prey. And just bringing the model closer to the camera here, you can see the absolutely beautiful skin texturing they put into the sculpt there, with all those little tiny scales each individually sculpted out. It looks absolutely beautiful. Really nice toned musculature in the legs and in the forearms as well, and the claws are done in a dark gray color, and they have sort of a reflective look to them. The feet are a little bit large in the sculpt here though, but those are for balancing purposes so the Majiakasaurus doesn't fall over all the time. But the detail in the feet is really nice. They're very bird-like, and I love the sort of scaled plating going down each of the toes. From the back here, you can also see the tiny dew claws they've added in, which look really nice. Another thing that sort of stands out to me here is the head sculpt. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the head sculpt. It's detailed really nicely, but it looks a little bit small in proportion to the body, just to me at least. It's a personal opinion. And I quickly want to address the patterning they've put on this figure here with these black stripes. I really like how they've done it. They made it seem very naturalistic because the stripes aren't consistent down the entire body. They sort of are very sparse up here on the neck, and then moving down into the body there's these 4 large, very bold stripes. And then they stop over the hip area and slowly transition back down the tail. I think that's really nice, and it adds a nice realistic touch. And here's another quick look at that absolutely beautiful head sculpt that we saw earlier. And I'll spin it around here quickly so you can take a look at it from the other side as well. Alright, so for my overall thoughts on this figure, I think it is very well done. Safari Ltd have done a great job at recreating the Majiakasaurus. As far as scientific accuracy goes with this figure, the only thing that's really out of proportion are the feet here, but those are for balancing purposes, so the model doesn't fall over like that. That was an accident though. And again, the head looks a little bit small to me, as well as the neck being a little long and thin. But again, that's just a personal opinion, so that's just me. And just addressing the color scheme again, I absolutely love it. It's almost a tropical color scheme, and it would be great for this animal to be in a tropical environment for it to blend in with the lush undergrowth. So yeah, fantastic job Safari Ltd on recreating the Majiakasaurus. Alright, you're probably wondering just how big this figure is, so Marvin, bring out the ruler. Thank you, Marvin. Alright, we've got our trusty flexi ruler now, so let's give this Majiakasaurus a measure. So in terms of the length, from the tip of the snout all the way to the tip of the tail, we are looking at 8 inches. And in terms of the highest point, which is the top of the head here, we are looking at about 3 inches. For comparison, here is the Safari Ltd Majiakasaurus next to the Safari Ltd Plesiosuchus. If you want to see the review for this figure, link will be down below in the description. I am a huge fan of the Safari Ltd Plesiosuchus. We reviewed that figure to kick off the #HawaiiSafari campaign. And these two models here are both fantastic 2016 releases from Safari Ltd, so make sure you go check them both out. Next up for comparison, here is the Safari Ltd Majiakasaurus next to the Safari Ltd Suchomimus. We just reviewed this one recently on the channel for the #HawaiiSafari campaign, so make sure you go check out that review. Link will be down below in the description. I think these two figures look great next to each other on display. The green color schemes they both sport really go nicely with each other. The poses look really nice together as well, and although Suchomimus would have been much larger than Majiakasaurus in real life, it almost looks like they're challenging each other, which is cool for a display. So yeah, make sure you go check out the Safari Ltd Suchomimus. It's a really cool piece. And finally for comparison, here's the Safari Ltd Majiakasaurus next to the Safari Ltd Gastornis. If you want to see the review for this figure, link will be down below in the description. Now the reason I'm bringing out this Gastornis figure here is to let you guys know that if you want this figure, make sure you get it as soon as possible. It's going to be retired from Safari Ltd's catalog in 2017. Again, the link to the review will be down below in the description box. It is a fantastic piece that Safari Ltd did a great job on, so make sure you go check it out. Well, there we go, guys. That was today's look at Safari Ltd's Majiakasaurus. I think this is another fantastic 2016 release from Safari Ltd. I love the exotic color scheme especially. So if you guys want to get this figure for yourself, go to www.safarilimited.com. Also be sure to check out their other awesome products. And if you guys want to learn more about the #HawaiiSafari campaign, go to their Facebook page and other social media. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Also leave a comment telling me your opinion on this model. So thank you so much guys for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care and bye-bye.